With only 15 days left before the release of Devil May Cry 5, Devil May Cry 5 is shaping and standing up to what Capcom has claimed about their title. Capcom has released a series of titles as standing as one, Monster Hunter World, which was the Game of the Year nominee, improving that of Street Fighter V, which most see as the pinnacle of fighting game, is constantly getting better. They dropped even Mega Man 11 and recently just released Resident Evil 2 Remake. And now, next month, we're going to be getting Devil May Cry 5, which is going to be another Game of the Year contender, as many is theorizing and speculating. Fans of the publisher have went on to deem this later 2018 to 2019 to be Capcom's redemption arc after the failure of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite and bad start to Street Fighter V. However, this is about Capcom Gem or Diamond in the Sky Devil May Cry 5, which they themselves believe the best title to date for Capcom, and as stated, best and greatest action game of this entire generation. This is your host, Pride Wave, here to discuss why DMC5 won't fail to disappoint, re-energizing the hack and slash cross-fighting game to stand tall as king of the action genre, which is deemed in its own category a spectacular fighter. Devil May Cry 5 has been getting pushed with all the promotion, trailers, collabs, and Capcom preview of the game for invited YouTubers and game journalists who some have never even played a Devil May Cry game, yet we're praising this game all around and excited for the release. Even by everyone's review of their preview of playing these missions that they got to play, they all claim that Capcom's claim indeed feels as if it's going to likely be true. Furthermore, the developers are confident that they've surpassed the story of Devil May Cry 3, which majority of the community agree had the best overall story in the series. Devil May Cry 5 brings back the main protagonist in 4 and the son of Virgil in his prime, Nero, better and cooler than he ever has been shown off before. Nero is now a more versatile character with the addition of Devil Breakers, which allows him to use his demonic powers through robotic arms. Seeing as Isino states this is Nero in his prime, it's safe to say this will be the strongest Nero we've seen to date. Being motivated by the lack of power he has because it was taken from him, fans around the world would be ready to reconquer that power Nero has lost with smoking but brute sweet force. Additionally, Devil May Cry 5 has many mysteries that has everyone wanting to unravel. One of the main catalysts for this is the new character that no one has ever seen before, being so-called the Mysterious 1V, who has powers and features that has the entire community spanning myriads of theories and ideas on who could this possibly be. V is a client that proposes a new mission for Dante after a few years of peace. V is a person who uses summoning and spellcasting to fight off demons. He himself don't ever fight, but he does have a cane. What does he do with that cane? He finishes off enemies because only he can get the final blow. V's summoning familiars are Shadow, Griffin, and Nightmare, demons that we've encountered from Devil May Cry 1, which were under the control and they were also created by that of the Demon Emperor, Prince of Darkness, Mundus. Shadow and Griffin are summoned from V's tattoos seen on his body, while Nightmare, being V's devil trigger, is the black ink coming from V's hair, showing that V's original hair color is actually white. What could this mean? Only time we have ever seen white hair in the series is if they're tied to Sparta, Dante and Virgil. We know this because when we first get introduced to Nero, we find out coming later he is a descendant of Sparta, and that is Virgil's son. So, what else can V do? Well, V can even use Virgil's ability summoning swords, which for him is called Royal Forks, which something Nero could do in Devil Trigger, yet V can do so without it. He also reads poetry out of a book that's William Blake's that can regenerate his Devil Trigger gauge, and you have to keep him away from danger. Though, who or what even is V? Where did he come from? Why does he have powers of Mundus and Virgil? Well, these questions and many others have kept everyone on the edge of their seats, wanting to know more about the Mysterious 1V. Continuing on, we have the legendary Devil Hunter Dante, who returns looking better than ever. Dante is the fan base's Goku, Superman, Batman-like character, meaning he is the force and face of the franchise. However, this time around, we are going to see a more serious and possibly emotional Dante. Since the events are taking place in his hometown where he was raised, the game is bound to show why Dante is the God-born warrior of the verse. Dante being back with his trusty Ebony and Ivory, which are for rapid fire and precision with stopping power, being accompanied with Rebellion being the manifestation of Dante's power, Coyote A, Dante's modified shotgun, all makes their return in this sequel. However, let's talk about his newer devil arms and weapons that are making a return in quite some time. Sparta, finally being playable again with Dante since DMC1, makes his return, a sword that encompasses his father's power. Balrog is a new devil arm that was obtained by defeating the Fire King of Hell, Balrog. With these gauntlets, Dante shows off his southpaw boxing skills and capoeira fighting skills, which just adds to him already knowing Jeet Kune Do, kickboxing, and mixed martial arts altogether. King Cerberus' weapon returns as well, but a bit different this time. It has the classic elemental ice triple nunchucks where Dante implements Bruce Lee's fighting style. It can now become an elemental fire staff where Dante is looking like Sun Wukong, and the last is elemental lightning, these chain nunchucks. But the most interesting to everybody is Dante using the elemental fire staff, because when did Dante ever learn Bojutsu? He's just that skilled of a fighter. That shows that his mastery over all forms of combat ranges is unmatched. Furthermore, he has a new weapon which is called Dr. Faust's hat. It makes his appearance, which uses magic to fight off demons like summoning meteorites and etc. And he has this like Michael Jackson like style, you know. So it'll be kind of fun killing demons with Michael Jackson in the background while you using Michael Jackson moves, and you see him spinning around and yelling kick ass. Kalina Ann returns, but it's an upgraded version of the one you use in 3. Then the last weapon that we know of for now is a powerful sword we've never seen before, but it has some connection to Dante because we see Dante utilizing what seems to be his modern form, though this could be even stronger and different. This could be a whole new Devil Trigger, giving Dante more versions of his Devil Trigger. What could this sword possibly be? Could this be Rebellion's true form unlocked, or could this be a completely new sword? Or could this be a sword that Dante has been hiding from? Or a sword that was locked away so Dante wouldn't be able to reveal his true power? Who knows? We'll find out in 15 days. All these additions and weapons makes for players to have probably the most creative combos to be made in history of Devil May Cry, especially since Dante can now carry 8 weapons in total at one time, 4 ranged weapons and 4 melee weapons in close quarters combat. Sheesh, dang, that's a lot. Devil May Cry 5 is definitely filled with a lot of content to play. Adding shared co-op cameo is another cool aspect. Seeing other people as one of the other 2 playable characters and can watch them to see how stylish they can be without interrupting what you're doing is different and unique. Some missions even allows for full-on co-op between all 3 characters, maybe 2, who knows. Another thing to note is that the game is visually appealing on the eye. The photorealistic graphics make the game of Devil May Cry really come to life. Stunning physics and looks, feats, superhuman feats being done, defying gravity. All in all, Devil May Cry 5 is trying to take the world by storm. Best part is first time players won't be too out of the loop on story, since it's been a few years apiece, so they'll be able to follow the plot, but won't know, of course, you know, the little secrets and little details, or have, you know, gasmic surprise due to not going through the other parts before 5. Therefore, I strongly suggest to watch the history or lore videos on Devil May Cry. From the stylish descendants of Sparta, to the mysterious one V, to the Demon King Urizen, which fans all want to know who defeated him. If he's so strong, and as Uzuno stated, that he's stronger than Mundus, who defeated him? Well, that's all mysteries that we want to find out, and that all needs unraveling. Devil May Cry 5 is truly going to be an adventurous blast to remember. This is your host, Prodded Wave, bringing to you why Devil May Cry 5 will be the greatest game in this generation for action games, and most likely the most sold Devil May Cry game to date in history of Devil May Cry. Take care and be ready to kill off demons in the stylish way possible.